Good morning dear students. In your previous class, we already learned about the electric current and the electric circuit, potential difference in the conductor, Ohm's law, the factors on which the resistance of a conductor depends and the in-text questions. In this class, children, we will discuss about some problems related to the factors on which resistance of a conductor depends and the resistance of a system of resistors. Okay children, now come to example problems present in your textbook 102. The first problem is like this. What is asking in this problem? Let's see. How much current will an electric bulb drawn from a 220 volt source if the resistance of the bulb filament is 1200 ohm? How much current will an electric heater coil draw from a 220 volt source if the resistance of the heater coil is 100 ohm? Look at children. In this problem, we have to find the current drawn by the source from the electric bulb and the current drawn by the heater from the source. Both the electrical instruments having different resistance. Due to that reason, current drawn from the same source is also different. Now let's come to the solution. In step 1, write given data. Now come to the A. In this A part, what is given? The voltage source is given, that is V is equal to 220 volts. The resistance of the electric bulb, the bulb filament is 1200 ohms. Here we have to find the current. I is equal to question mark. Children, now write the mathematical expression of Ohm's law. The Ohm's law states like this. V by I is equal to R. Do the cross multiplication. R comes to denominator of the LHS. I comes to RHS. The equation become V by R is equal to I. Now substitute the values of V and R. V is here 220 volts divided by 1200 ohms. Both are cancelled together. It gives I is equal to 0.18 ampere. This is a current drawn by the electric bulb filament from the 220 voltage source. Okay. Now come to the part B. What is given in this? V is here 220 volts. This is same for both electrical appliances. But R, the resistance of the heater is 100 ohms. Now let us find here I. Here also we take Ohm's law. By the Ohm's law, we can write V by R is equal to I. V by R is equal to I. Now substitute the values of V and R. The values of V and R is equal to I. Now substitute the value of V is 220 volts and R is 100 ohms. Both are cancelled together. It gives the I value. I is equal to 2.2 ampere. Note that difference of current drawn by an electric bulb and electric heater from the same 220 volt source. This is because of resistance of two electrical appliances are different. Children, now come to example 12.4 problem. In this problem, what is asking here? The potential difference between the terminals of an electric heater is 60 volt. When it draws a current of 4 ampere from the source, what current will the heater draws if the potential difference is increased to 120 volt? Children, here we have to find the current drawn by the heater. Before going to finding the current drawn by the heater, first we shall know about the resistance of that electric heater. Okay. In a step 1, V is given here. V is equal to 60 volt. The current is I is equal to 4 ampere. R is a question mark. V by I is equal to R. This is from this is from Ohm's law. Now substitute the values. 60 by 4. From the 4 ones are cancelled here. R takes the value 15 ohm. This is a resistance of the electric heater. And now the potential difference is increased to 1020 volts, but the resistance is same for that electric heater. On that time, how much current will drawn by the heater is? V is equal to 120 volt, R is 15 ohm, I is question mark now. Now from the Ohm's law we can write V by I is equal to R. Now convert this equation according to the problem. V by R is equal to I. V by R is equal to I. Now substitute the values of V and R. V is 120 and R is 15. From the 15 on the 15 on the 15, 15 is 120. I takes the value how much? I is equal to 8 ampere. This amount of current will drawn by the electric heater when a potential difference is increased to 120 volts. Now come to example 12.5 problem. In this problem, resistance of a metal wire of length 1 meter is 26 ohm at 20 degrees Celsius. If the diameter of the wire is 0.3 millimeter, what will be the resistivity of the metal at that temperature? Using the table 12.2, predict the material of the wire. Children, look at here. In this problem, we have to find the resistivity of the metal. Resistivity of the metal. Here resistance of that metallic wire is given, that is 26 ohm. Now let us write first what is given in this problem. In step 1, write given data. R is equal to 26 ohm. The length of the wire is 1 centimeter. Here the length of the wire is given, that is 1 meter, not 1 centimeter, 1 meter. And the diameter of that wire is given 0.3 millimeter. Now let us convert this millimeter into meter. As you know that milli stands how much value? 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay, 0.3 millimeter is equal to 0.3 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. Now transfer this point to here. This become 3 and the power become 10 to the power of minus 4 meters. 3.0 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meters. Okay, all of you got it? Next, in the step 2, we know the formula we already learned in the last class. Resistance is equal to rho L by A. Children, here do cross multiplication and here we have to find the resistivity of the metal or a material. Okay, so now convert this equation like this. A is comes and multiply with R, that become RA divided by L. L comes to denominator is equal to resistivity or rho. Rho is equal to RA by L. Children, here area of the material or the conducting wire is not given, but the diameter and the length of that wire is given, you know. Now substitute the area instead of area like this. A is equal to pi d square by 4. Pi d square by 4. Now, instead of A, write pi d square by 4. The formula become rho is equal to 26 means the R value pi d square into 4L. Now substitute all the values here. 26 into 22 by 7 into the D. Diameter of the metallic wire is given, you know. Now substitute here 3 into 10 to the power of 4 minus 4 whole to the power 2 divided by 4 into L. Now substitute all the values and simplify here. We get 1.838 into 10 to the power of minus 6 ohm meter. Children, here the resistivity of the given material or the metallic wire is 1.838 into 10 to the power of minus 6 ohm meter. Now let us write this as 1.84. Simply we write 1.84 into 10 to the power of minus 6 ohm meter. This is a resistivity of the given metallic wire. Given metallic wire. Okay. Children, now come to example 12.6 in your textbook of the page number 103. What is asking in this problem? Listen. A wire of given material having length L and area of cross section A has a resistance of 4 ohm. What would be the resistance of another wire of the same material having length L by 2? That means half of that length. And area of cross section is 2A. That means it is doubled. Children, here we have to find the resistance. Okay. In step 1, for wire 1 of the length L meters, area is A. L is length L meters, area is A. Resistance of that conducting wire is 4 ohm. We know that resistance is equal to rho into L by A. L is 1 and area is also 1, but the resistance of this conducting wire is how much? 4 ohms. So, the resistivity of this material is how much? 4 ohm. R is equal to how much? 4 ohms. Next, for wire 2. For wire 2, the length become how much? L by 2. For the wire 2, length become 1 by 2. That means L by 2. Area become doubled 2A. The resistance of that material is question mark. R2 is equal to rho into L by A. R2 is L. Instead of L, L by 2 M. Area instead of A, 2A. Now, rho into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2A. Now multiply 2 into 2. It become 1 by 4A. 1 by 4A. Now, come to here. Is equal to 1 by 4 into rho into L by T. We take that as L by A. Substitute the value of rho into L by A is 4 ohms, you know. 4 get cancelled here. R2 is equal to 1 ohm. R2 is equal to how much? 1 ohm. Children, now come to in-text questions. The in-text questions present in the page number 103. In the in-text question, there are 5 questions are asking here. Now let's see answer for these questions one by one. Here the first question is, on what factors does the resistance of a conductor depends? Resistance of a conductor depends. The resistance of a conductor depends on these factors such as nature of the material, length of the conductor and area of cross section of the conductor. Second in-text question is, will current flow more easily through a thick wire or a thin wire of the same material when connected to the same source? Why? Children, the resistance is inversely proportional to the area of cross section of the wire, you know. Since thick wire has a large area of cross section, its resistance will be less. The resistance is less. This current will flows more easily through the thick wire. Do you understand? The resistance of the wire is inversely proportional to the area of cross section. The area is thick, the resistance is very less. Due to that reason, the current flow more easily through a thick wire when we compare to the thin wire. Okay? Third question is, let the resistance of an electric component remains constant while the potential difference across two ends of the component decreases of half of its former value. What change will in the current through it? Children, listen once again. Let the resistance of an electric component remains constant while the potential difference across two ends of the component decreases to half of its former value. What change will occur in the current through it? Here we have to find the current. The voltage source is decreases to half of its original voltage. Right, first given, we taken here V by 2, R is a constant, the resistance is constant, and here we have to find the I. Now come to step 2. V by I is equal to R. V by I is equal to R. This is from Ohm's law. V by R is equal to I. The formula is converted to according to the problem. Now substitute the values of V and R. V as V by 2 by R is equal to I. V is equal to 2R is equal to I. V by R into 1 by 2. Now write the alphabetical terms at one side. V by R into numerical term 1 by 2 is equal to I. V by R, we know that is representation of I. Now substitute in place of V by R as I into 1 by 2 is equal to I. Children, we have to understand the answer what we get here like this. In other words, current through the component become half of its original value according to the Ohm's law. Children, we already know that about the Ohm's law. Ohm's law is defined as the potential difference across the ends of the conductor is directly proportional to the I. In this problem, the voltage is reduced to half. In the same way, the current is also reduced to half. Both are directly related to each other. Okay. Fourth question of your in-text. Why are coils of electric toaster and electric iron made of an alloy rather from a pure metal? Alloys do not oxidize or burn at higher temperature. Look at children, alloys are very good conductor of electricity and does not oxidizes or burn even at very high temperature. For this reason, they are commonly used in coils of electric toaster and electric iron boxes. Children, now come to fifth problem of your in-text. One is, use the data in table 12.2 to answer the following. Which among iron and mercury is a better conductor? Which material is the best conductor? Children, look at the table present in your textbook of 12.2 and write answer for this question yourself. And you know which material is the best conductor. Children, Now come to the resistance of a system of resistor. We already learned about the resistance in your last class. The factors affecting on a resistor in a conductor are the area of cross section, material of the conductor, and the length of the conductor are the factors which are affecting on resistance. Here, the resistance of a system of resistors. The resistors are arranged in two ways. One is in series, another one is parallel. Resistors are in series and the resistors are in parallel. Children, now let's learn about resistors in series. Look at children here. There are three resistors are there. R1, R2 and R3. All of you look at this circuit diagram. This is a simple circuit diagram. R1, R2 and R3 are the different resistors are connected with end of another resistor. Look at here. Yes, the resistors are connected like this. This kind of the connection is called the series connection. And the simple circuit is having ohmmeter, voltmeter, battery, key, plug key. We know that ohmmeter is an instrument used to measure the electric current flows in the conductor, and this V represents the voltmeter. Voltmeter is an instrument used to measure the potential difference across the ends of the conductor. And battery, we know that children, battery, it maintains the difference, potential difference across the ends of the conductor. And key is open and closed. Two types are there. Now the dot is there in between the bracket. Now key is closed. This is a closed path of electric circuit. It is a closed path of electric circuit. Now listen here again. The resistors are two or more resistors are connected end to the end like this. They are combination in series. Children, now let's see how much resistance is offered in this circuit. Here how many resistors are there? There are three resistors are there. That is offered in the circuit. Here V is connected parallel to the resistors. That shows the how much voltage is maintained across the ends of the conductor. Children, R is a something. One, let us take 1 ohm. R2 is, let us take 2 ohms. R3 is 3 ohms. The resistor. Now here join three resistors having different resistivity, and they are joined together like this. Instead of 3 resistors, we have to introduce another one, R4. R4 is having 6 ohms. R4 is introduced here. That means another one resistor having the 6 ohm is introduced here. That is connected with X and Y. That is connected to the voltmeter. There is no difference shown by the voltmeter. This is because of R1, R2, R3 are connected in series. The sum of the resistance offered is equal to the total resistance offered in the circuit. Okay? And now let us see how it is possible. We know that the potential difference is in the circuit is a sum of V1, V2, V3. This is because there are 3 resistors are used in the circuit. The potential difference of each resistor are taken as V1, V2, V3. But we know that in the circuit, the potential difference is made by the battery is same. Across the ends of this conductor. That's why V is taken as V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now we can write by the Ohm's law. By the Ohm's law, we know that V by V is equal to I into R. Now substitute, instead of V is IR, V1. This is a potential difference of the resistor 1. V1 is equal to I into R1. V2 is equal to I into R2. V3 is equal to I into R3. Look at children, here we write I is only the I. This is because the current flow in the circuit is same. It does not change. That's why we write here the current as only I. IR is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. Now take I common in RHS. Both are cancelled together in the next step. I is present in LHS and RHS also. I get cancelled each other. R, it takes the value R1 plus R2 plus R3. What we conclude here? The sum of the resistance is equal to the individual resistors are used in series of combination in a circuit. Children, listen carefully. The resistors are connected in series. The total resistance offered in the circuit is equal to the resistance offered in each resistors. The sum of a resistance offered in a circuit is equal to the total resistance offered in the circuit. All of you take this. Children, now come to resistors are in parallel. All of you look at the circuit diagram. In this circuit diagram, the resistors are connected like this. The resistors are connected one by one. Here, there are three resistors are used in simple circuit. This is a simple circuit is having voltmeter, ammeter and the battery T. Children, here the resistors are arranged in parallel and they are connected with a common point X and Y. Common point X and Y. Now let us know about how the resistors are, how these combination of resistors are parallel, how it is affects in the circuit. Children, look at this circuit diagram. The current flows from battery to through the circuit. When it comes to the point X, the current is divided like this. The current goes to R1, some amount of current goes to R2, some amount of current is passed through R3 and after it comes and connect with Y. Look at here, the current can be divided in three ways. Here three resistors are used. The current is flows in the circuit in three ways. Here the total current is equal to the current passed through R1, that is taken as I1. The current passed through R2 is taken as I2. Current passed through R3 is taken as I3. So total current is equal to sum of these three currents. Okay. Now let's take that is I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Children, we can write the current by using the Ohm's law like this. I is equal to V by RP. RP stands the resistors are in parallel. The resistors are in parallel. I1 is write as V by R1. I2 as V by R2. I3 as V by R3. Okay. Now substitute instead of I1, I2 and I3. We get like this. V by RT is equal to, take V common from all the three. Here the remaining is only 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Look at children, both the sides having V common. So V get cancelled each other. The remaining is only 1 by RP is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Okay, what we conclude here? S. The reciprocal of the equivalent resistance of the parallel arrangement is equal to the reciprocal of sum of the resistors are used in the circuit. Children, listen again. The equivalent resistance are in parallel is equal to the reciprocal of equivalent resistance are in parallel is equal to reciprocal of sum of the resistors are used in the circuit. Okay, listen once again. The resistors are connected in parallel. The total resistance offered in the circuit is equal to, that is called equivalent resistance. That is called equivalent resistance. The reciprocal of equivalent resistance are in parallel is equal to the reciprocal of sum of the resistance. Okay children, all of you take this. Children, now come to example 12.7th problem in the page number 106. Now let's see what is asking in this problem. An electric lamp whose resistance is 20 ohm and a conductor of 4 ohm resistance are connected to a 6 volt battery in the figure 12.9. Calculate A, the total resistance of the circuit, and the B, the current through the circuit, and C, the potential difference across the electric lamp and conductor. Children, the figure is given, the figure 12.9. An electric lamp connected in series with a resistor of 4 ohm to a 6 volt battery. Children, in this problem, we have to find the total resistance of the circuit. Total resistance of the circuit. B, current through the circuit. Current passed through the circuit. And the potential difference across the electric lamp and the conductor. Across the electric lamp and the conductor. Okay. Now come to the solution. The resistance of an electric lamp. The resistance of electric lamp is given, that is taken as R1 is equal to 20 ohms. The resistance of the conductor connected in series R2 is equal to 4 ohm. Look at children carefully. The resistance of a lamp is 20 ohm and the resistance offered by the conductor, that means here wire is a conductor. Okay. The resistance of a conductor are connected in series, that is offers how much ohms? 4 ohms. Then the total resistance in the circuit. All of you memorize the resistors are in series. The total resistance of a series is equal to the sum of resistance in the circuit. Okay. Here we take Rs is equal to R1 plus R2. R1 is the resistance offered by the lamp and R2 is the resistance offered by the conductor. Okay. Now Rs is equal to 20 ohm plus 4 ohm is equal to 24 ohms. This is the total resistance offered in the circuit. Now let's come to B. The current through the circuit. Now the total potential difference across the two terminals of the battery is how much? 4 volt. That is given in the problem. 4 volt battery is connected in the circuit, and by the Ohm's law, the current through the circuit is given by, we have to use Ohm's law here. We know that children, Ohm's law is state like this. V by I is equal to R
Do now cross multiplication here, that gives the equation I is equal to V by RS. Here V is how much? 6 volt, and RS, that is a total resistance in the circuit, 24 ohms. It gives the value 0.25 amperes. This much of current flows in the circuit. This much of current flows in the circuit, that is shown by the ammeter. Now come to finding the potential difference across the lamp and across the conductor. Applying Ohm's law to the electric lamp and the conductor separately, we get a potential difference across the lamp. Only lamp here we taken. V is equal to 20 ohm into 0.25 ampere. We can write like this by the V is equal to R into I. By the Ohm's law we can write here like this. R is a resistance offered by the lamp, that is 20 ohms. The current is 0.25. Both are multiplied together. It gives the value how much? 5 volt. 5 volt is a potential difference across the lamp. Now let us find the potential difference across the conductor. V2 is equal to 4 ohm. 4 ohm is a resistance offered by the conductor into current. The current is same for both the instruments, 0.25 ampere. Both are multiplied together. It gives 1 volt. The potential difference across the conductor is 1 volt. Look at children. The potential difference across the lamp and across the conductor, respectively 5 and 1. Both are add together, it gives how much? 6 volt. Both are add together, it gives the 6 volt. That is also already given in the problem. Now suppose that we replace the series of combination electric lamp and the conductor by a single and equivalent resistance. We remove both a conductor and a lamp. In place of that, we introduce the equivalent resistance. If its resistance must be such that a potential difference of 6 volt across the battery is same, the battery terminals will cause the current 0.25 ampere in the circuit. The resistance R of this equivalent resistor will be, what happened here? R is equal to V by I. Substitute what we taken here, R 6 by 0.25 amperes. It gives 24 ohms. Now observe the resistance is 24 ohms. This is the total resistance of the series circuit. It is equal to the sum of the two resistance. It is equal to the sum of the two resistance. Children, don't confuse here. We already finding the total resistance offered in the circuit in A. But we have to clarify here, the total resistance in a circuit is equal to the sum of the resistors are used in the circuit. Okay.